welcome to our first Swampcast here from SEC Media Days, Hoover, Alabama, the new Hyatt Hotel.
Yeah, no longer the Winfrey. I saw people writing that to them. You know, you're wrong on that.
I did too, but the good thing is I have points, so it worked out. But today was kind of weird. It was like uneventful much of the day until the end when Steve Spurrier got there, which we expected. But actually, Will Muschamp firing the biggest salvo of the day, Rob.
He did. I mean, he never really named Urban Meyer.
No.
But it was obvious that he was referring to him in terms of that recruiting violation thing and how you're responsible for your players' behavior off the field. So
right.
I thought he was really good. He was entertaining, and it was good to talk to him and get him to talk about that.
Yeah, the quote actually came from a private meeting that some of the media had with Will Muschamp, and he said that he joked about how the Ohio schools, he really appreciated them turning them in on rules violations since they know the rules so well.
They're on probation.
It's clear what there's no doubt that Will Muschamp's not thrilled with Urban Meyer right now.
No, he won't say it outright, but you know he is. And that is kind of the feeling you get around the Florida people now, that they're a little disappointed the way everything's played out. And like we were talking earlier, some bridges have been burned, it seems like to me, and it's too bad it's happened, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. And of course, after that, let me go back to Florida. Dominique Easley was really entertaining today. He was very interesting. He's at 285 now, and he didn't look it though.
He is.
Tell you what, I wish I could weigh 285 and look like that.
I think what you're going to see now that his knee's better, that quick first step that maybe wasn't there last year, that we saw the year before. So
and I know you talked to Jeff Driscoll a lot, Robbie. There, other players are talking about the leadership role he's really taken on.
He's a totally different guy, man. Very comfortable with himself, very comfortable telling other players what to do, organizing workouts. You can tell a big difference in him maturity-wise. And John Halapia said the same thing. The maturity of him now, they trust him, they feel confident in him. He's taken over as a leader. You've got to have that in your board.
Yep.
And he wasn't real vocal last year. I think he feels more comfortable about telling guys, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, here's what you have to do. And they're highly motivated to show that they can throw the ball down the field. He mentioned that, and the receivers are both they're burned up about some of the negative stuff they're doing.
Right, and I asked Easley about playing those first two games at 12. So the news that came out today, 12-21 for the opener. Of course, we already knew Miami at noon. Bring me suntan lotion. I think that's going to affect attendance in both games. But like Easley said, we're going to be going at noon in camp, and with full pads on, we'll be ready for it. So
who's going to love that? Jeff Dillon. Jeff Dillon will have those guys ready for a hot game.
You know who's not going to love it? Toledo.
Holy Toledo.
I wouldn't think. But at any rate, we'll see what happens there. We had Ole Miss today. I'll be honest with you. I don't really want to expend any energy on Ole Miss. Hugh Freeze was boring, and there wasn't a whole lot to say.
No, they've got a little momentum going. He's acknowledged that. It's tough to keep it going. But he did mention that he was a big fan of Steve Spurrier.
That was the most interesting.
He started wearing a visor in high school because he wanted to be like him. And now Spurrier calls him his visor man.
Visor man. And then we have Missouri. Talked to one of their receivers about some of the targeting rules, so I'm going to do something on that. But I don't know. I had to go somewhere for Gary Pinkel. Did he have anything interesting to say?
He was okay, but nothing. Not a lot of notes coming out of that.
It may be in my top or my bottom part of my top 14.
Yeah, his whole thing was that they think they can do a lot better than they did. Everybody said this team isn't ready for this. And I think they want to prove that they are. So
James Franklin was pretty interesting. I listened to a little bit of him, and he was talking about that. That wasn't indicative of what they could do. And then, of course, Spurrier at the end was just hilarious. He started out with this discussion about what the coaches had voted on, and we voted 14-0. Notre Dame should join the ACC.
How can their commissioner have as much power as him?
It was classic Steve, and he had some great lines during the press conference. So
when he got in there and said, "I've got something I want to talk," I knew the players thing was coming. Again, he's obsessed.
Well, I wanted to ask him this, but it was not even worth it. Ask Steve, okay, you want to do this? How are you going to get around Title IX?
There's no way.
I know. You can't get around it. So
logistically, you can't do it.
Yeah.
Unless Spurrier wants to pay every athlete in college football.
Well, he thinks that you can just say, we're going to start, the coaches are going to start paying them out of our salaries. I mean, theoretically,
they're not all making $2 million a year.
Practically, it is not going to happen. But I tell you who was interesting today and most impressive to me was Jadeveon Clowney. Of course, he's impressive from his football playing in the last 2 years, especially the hit in the Michigan game. The interesting thing about the Michigan thing, talking to some South Carolina guys and talking to Steve, is they'll tell you, anybody could have made that play. Nobody blocked it.
Yeah, he was wide open shot.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great hit and a great play, but it was way down the list of great plays. In fact, I agree. with what somebody told me, the play he made as a freshman against Aaron Murray when he sacked him and the fumble was returned for a touchdown was a better play.
Yeah, this one he didn't shed anybody, he just ran
right in there and killed the guy. But I tell you what, talking to him, very impressive kid. Interesting. He talked about how I don't post photos on the internet. I don't go on Twitter. I just play NCAA football on my computer. I go eat. I come back and play more NCAA football. Johnny Twitter could take some lessons.
No doubt about that. I think back to Florida, Pat, what I was impressed with, John Halpia looks like he's in the best shape of his career. I mean, he is 315 in trim. That's really good. I mean, he definitely has benefited from the Dillman workouts. He looks ready to go, and Muschamp feels good about the offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've said this all summer, and I stay with it. When I go to Gator clubs, I'm going to be telling you guys the same things. I think this Florida team's going to be better than it was a year ago, and they might not have a better record. They may have a worse record because the schedule's tough, and handful of plays, handful of games. You don't get the breaks. You don't block a punt against Louisiana Lafayette. I think they overachieved in their record last year. They may underachieve in their record, but it's not all their fault. I mean, it's a really tough schedule. So
you're right. And like Muschamp said today, he goes, I think we're better at every position on offense than tight end.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a good sign. They're getting better. They're getting a lot of young guys involved now, and I think, I hate to say wait till next year, but I think Florida's going to be really good next year.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Good this year and really good next year.
Well, we'll see what happens. We got a big day tomorrow with Johnny Manziel coming in early, and then a lot of new coaches, guys we really haven't talked to. Obviously, it'll be fun to talk to them as well. Until then, until tomorrow, from Hoover, Alabama, the talented Sidewalks Forgot, Pat Dooley and Robbie Andrews saying so long.